Hey guys, Thogden here, and welcome back to our Premier League prediction series. This is game week 14, and we have a very special guest. It's Rio Ferdinand. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm good, man. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah,
I never heard you down as an Ajax fan.
No, you know what? This is just a bit of it's a bit of clothing,
Okay.
a bit of fashion.
Bit of memorabilia.
What do you reckon?
Old school, retro.
What have you gone with? You gone with the?
I've just gone with warmth. It's cold outside,
it's cold
man.
outside, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Going forward, we're talking about the Premier League, so let's get straight into it. You get 1 point if it's a win, draw, loss correct, and 3 points if the score's spot on. So
I'm taking you and your dad out.
yeah, you're beating us.
Yeah.
Big talk.
Hello, Thog Dad here. I'm still sobering up after watching Bolton beat Exeter City 7-0, but you've only come here to watch Rio Ferdinand, so I'll keep this brief. Thogden 5 points, Ellis Away Day 7 points, and Thog Dad 8 points. Those were the scores from last week. Class is permanent.
All right, we're going to start off with Saturday, Arsenal against Wolves. Is this a walkover for the current top of the table?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a walkover. I reckon they get 3 points.
Really?
I don't think Arsenal are playing the fluid football we've seen over the last season or so, the last year or 18 months, but they're getting results. What they've done is they've gone back to the blueprint of George Graham. I think Mikel Arteta's had a conversation with George Graham and gone back to boring Arsenal, 1-0.
But it does the job, doesn't it? They left it late against Brentford. Kai Havertz got the goal.
Yeah.
Is that a turning point for him?
I hope it is for him because I think he's a talented footballer, but he just hasn't found the consistency yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if he can find a bit of consistency, get some goals, he might turn these Arsenal fans that are a bit wishy-washy back into fans.
So there was an Arsenal fan we spoke to. He reckons they've got more of a chance to win the Champions League than the Premier League. I think that sums them up.
That is a very, very typical Arsenal fan base answer.
Wild. Right, I'm going to give my score prediction now. I'm going to get straight to it. Arsenal 2, Wolves 0. I think Wolves done very well this season with Gary O'Neill. Turned around their year, but yeah, the Gunners at home, they're going to get it.
I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal. Low scoring.
Arsenal. Boring Arsenal.
They'll get the job done. Stay top of the league.
That's it.
Arsenal and Wolves. Well, I tell you what, I'm really impressed by Wolves this season. They were very unlucky on Monday night against Fulham. 2 dodgy penalty decisions against them, but they're playing Arsenal, top of the league, for a reason. I reckon Arsenal win this one, not by a cricket score, but by 2-0.
Brentford against Luton Town, 11th against 17th. They lost to, we just spoke about them, Brentford. They held out very well against Arsenal.
Yeah, they did.
They could have sneaked something from that game. But Luton Town, they turned it around. They beat Crystal Palace 2-1. So, still you favourite the West Londoners, don't you, coming into this, being at home?
Yeah, home. Brentford were unfortunate in the game against Arsenal last week, so I was actually at the game live and they stifled the Arsenal team. The difference with playing against Luton, I think Brentford will be a bit more expansive and come out a little bit.
Of course they will, yeah.
Which may leave holes for a now confident Luton team. But I can't see Luton getting him. I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0?
Brentford.
Yeah, I've gone with the same thing. I just think
Why are you copying?
I'm sorry, man, I've got this written down.
Brentford and Luton. Luton are buzzing after that win over Palace, but the Brentford Community Stadium is a tough place to go. Brentford win this one, 2-1.
This is an absolute 6-pointer. Burnley or Sheffield United, 20th against 19th. Both of them lost at home last week.
Yeah.
It was a West Ham loss for Burnley. They were 1-0 up until the 88th minute. And for Sheffield United, it was a clear out, and it was against Bournemouth. So, yeah, what do you think? Can you see Vincent Kompany finally getting something at home?
I don't know, man. I don't. I'm going to go Burnley because I want Kompany just to get a result and start something.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get a result. I'm going to go for Burnley to get a 2-1 win.
Do you know what's funny? The odds reckon Burnley are favourites. I've not backed them all year, but I am now. My brother James Trafford,
Copy
in
me
between the
again.
sticks. No,
Copy me again.
it's a different prediction. It's 1-0.
Pardon?
It's 1-0. I reckon.
James Trafford.
He's my brother in goal. I told him midweek last week before the game. I was like,
He's
mate,
your brother in real life?
He's my twin.
Don't lie.
Well, he is. Put him on the screen.
No way.
Like-
Your family are producing unbelievable specimens.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Thog Dad's on fire.
Dog, that's all right. Your defence is terrified. I told him you get clean sheets for the England under-21s and you're going to do it first week for Burnley on Saturday.
Okay,
1-0, 2-1.
This shout to that. I'm there for that. I want that.
It's time for Burnley to win a home game. It's time for James Trafford to keep a clean sheet. And you know what? The likes of Alistair Campbell and the Milltown brothers, all those celebrity Burnley fans are going to be celebrating on Saturday night because it's going to be Burnley 1, Sheffield United 0.
The next match, Nottingham Forest
massive game,
against
massive game.
Everton.
I'm going
14.
Forest win.
Really?
Yeah. Forest beat Everton.
But they
At
just
home.
lost to Brighton
It's a
3-2.
fortress. It's a fortress. Did they lose at home?
They just lost at home to Brighton.
Right,
But
it
Brighton
was
are
a
a good team.
fortress.
It was a fortress. They've got a great record at home though, don't they?
Yeah, they've got a good record, and that's what kept them up last season. And I think that's what will keep them up this season.
Okay.
I'm going to go for a Forest win, and I'm going to go 2-1. What have you gone for?
I've gone
for a draw.
I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I think Everton need to take all the points they can. Do you think they survive now with that? Do you think they're going to actually get that 10-point deduction? Or
I think the teams that come up will go down.
Right, fair enough.
Three.
Everton will find a way out.
Everton will find a way.
I like that.
Everton, they've done it with Frank Lampard. They're galvanised. They use the siege mentality, and I think they'll do that.
Well, Daishi's a great manager as well, but couldn't stop you last night, the 3-0 win.
Couldn't stop Man United, could he? Hey, Daishi?
Everton had 24 shots against Manchester United at the weekend. None of them hit the onion bag. This game promises goals. It's going to be a 2-2 draw.
Saturday, 8 p.m. I've got a feeling you're going to be there. St James's Park, 8 p.m. 7th against 6th.
You've gone for Newcastle to beat Man United?
No, you can't look at my... You cheat, look at my notes.
See, if I knew that, I wouldn't have even done this interview. I'd have just declined.
Listen.
I'd have put you on not read. Or read and not replied.
The Geordies there's something different about them this year.
You just don't like Man United. I've got a feeling you're a Bolton fan. Bolton, they didn't like us when we used to go there and slap your team.
What? Kevin Nolan, Kevin Davis.
Backhand you at the
but
Reebok.
Listen. You see Ascalani between the sticks. He saved a few Rooney penalties.
He used to get like net rash on his neck, getting the ball out of the net all the time.
I'm not having this hatred.
I remember we battered you, beating you 4-0 at half time. I think it was, or 5-0.
Fine.
And the manager came in and was going crazy, like it should be 7 or 8.
Seriously, he was having a go because you hadn't scored more.
Yeah, shut up, calm down, and we was all celebrating. He went, it should be 7 or 8.
Me. Well, listen, let's get to what's going on this season.
I don't like Bolton.
Newcastle. This is shocking, Rio.
I don't know why.
We're in League One now. You've got to feel bad for us.
No, I don't even know. I was delighted when you got relegated. I couldn't believe it, seriously.
We got to get a prediction here for Newcastle United. I've gone with 2-1 Newcastle. You were about to send me a lot of hate's already incoming, but what are you feeling? You're back in your Reds?
I'm going 2-1 Man United.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's getting that winner?
Martial.
Ain't
been able to count on him for a long time, but he's back. He got a goal. I think he's streaky.
What's your thoughts on that Garnacho goal quickly?
Oh, man.
Best goal in the Premier League ever?
Oh. No, I don't know.
That won't go that far.
It would be in. I think it would be in the top 10, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was an unbelievable goal.
It's ridiculous.
18 years old.
Have you ever done something like that in training?
No.
There's honesty there.
Back in the day, Man United paid 30 million quid for Rio Ferdinand. That was a record at the time. He played 312 games for Man United, 7 goals, 6 Premier League titles, 14 pieces of silverware. What an absolute legend. But I'm sorry, Rio. This is going to be Newcastle United 2, Man United 1, because the Geordies are just too good at St James's Park.
Right, let's move to Sunday's games, because we've got a lot of 2 o'clockers. We start with Bournemouth in 16th against Aston Villa in 4th. I think they're only 4 points from top of the table right now. Villa fans reckon they can win the league. Someone messaged me saying last night they could. Surely they clear out Bournemouth.
Deluded. I'm going to go for a Villa win because I think Unai Emery's been phenomenal. He's been really, really, he's just took the club to another level. He's instilled a confidence in it that hasn't been in that club for a long time. I think they go there and win 2-1.
2-1 win. I've gone 3-1. I just think they get enough goals. I think they've got Legia Warsaw at home on Thursday, but they're at home, so they have to travel.
But that's what them games there take it out of you a little bit.
Now, Rio Ferdinand actually played for Bournemouth 10 times when he was a youngster, and not a lot of people know that. But what can you say about Bournemouth? They've won 3 of the last 4 games, and they've steadily climbed out of that relegation zone. But they're playing Villa, who've won 4 of the last 5, who've got the best form in the league, along with Man United. So these are 2 form teams. It's going to be Bournemouth 1, Villa 2.
The next game is massive, though. It's 10th against 8th. You wouldn't think it's 10th against 8th in previous seasons.
2 unpredictable
Chelsea and Brighton.
teams.
Yeah.
Unpredictable.
Well, Brighton just ended a 6 winless streak in the Premier League with a 3-2 win at Forest. Chelsea, I backed them against Newcastle to win.
Did you?
I did.
This is what I'm crazy.
I don't know what I was thinking, but the injury list...
Dad, speak to him, please.
I know, he needs to have a word with me, because he actually predicted 2-1 Newcastle, so...
Hey.
Yeah, and it was 4-1 in the end. So which way is it going?
No one knows. 4-1.
No one knows. So what do you reckon going there?
It depends what Chelsea turn up. The one that turned up at Newcastle the other day, horrendous. What the hell was they doing?
Yeah.
But then the one you saw against City, and you're thinking, hold on, it's changed now. They got a chance.
I know.
And Brighton as well. Like, you just if the De Zerbi Brighton turn up, they beat Chelsea, and I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw, solid. I've gone with 2-1 Chelsea. I reckon at home they're going to figure something out, because midweek Brighton have to travel to AK Athens, which is
So you look at the detail he knows, and you should tell me
I've
this
just
before.
thrown it-
I
I've
give
thrown
him
it.
my thingy. That's out of order.
Maybe it's shocking.
See what I
Maybe
mean?
we should give you an extra point just
Yeah,
in case.
see.
Chelsea mauled at St James's Park. Brighton are now 4 games undefeated. This is a really tough one to call, but I'm going with home advantage. Chelsea 2, Brighton 1.
Liverpool against Fulham on 2 o'clock on a Sunday.
I'm going 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Walkover, yeah. Liverpool ain't played particularly well ever.
No, but
They've
at
been
home.
getting results, even at home. I've seen them twice at home, and they've just
Yeah.
been very pedestrian and just getting results. But
Mo Salah to score, surely.
yeah, he's in my team,
one of
my
those.
fantasy team.
Captain this week.
I'm going to captain him. Who's City got first?
City have got Tottenham at
Tottenham.
home. Oh, that could be Haaland hat-trick.
No, Haaland.
We'll get to that soon.
Haaland's got the armband firmly on the arm.
I've gone 3-0.
I'm going 2-0.
Liverpool against Fulham. Both teams happy after last weekend. Fulham edged out Wolves and Liverpool got a famous draw at Man City. But this is Liverpool. This is Anfield. It's going to be 3-0.
We've got West Ham against Crystal Palace, 9th
Go you
against
Irons.
13th.
Go you
I love that.
Yeah, man. That's my
You got to
team.
back them, no?
Yeah, I got to back my team. I'm going to go West Ham 2-1.
West Ham 2-1.
Palace, I don't think they've got enough to go to West Ham and win.
Same as me. 2-1. I think Jarrod Bowen will be back and he'll score.
Yeah,
That's what I reckon.
I'm gonna go.
Rio Ferdinand made his Premier League debut for the Hammers back in 1996, played 127 times for the club, and he was Hammer of the Year, aged 18. West Ham 1, Crystal Palace 0.
Go for that.
And the final game, it's a big one. Ange is 3 losses on the bounce now, and he's going to have to go to Etihad, the hardest fixture in the Premier League calendar. Just summarise what's gone wrong for Spurs. Is it injuries?
Injuries. It's been a bad.
Yeah.
Do you know what? It's weird because I interviewed Ange about just the beginning of November, and they were flying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, the way your team are playing and blah. Blah. And then the week after they played against, I think it was Chelsea, and then it's all gone wrong, innit?
So you jinxed it?
No. Yeah, maybe.
Fair enough.
I'm going to go. I think it's the hardest place to go in football at the moment, Man City. So I'm going to go for a 3-0.
3-0. I was at the City-Liverpool game, and it was pretty clear that I think that goal should have stood. The VAR, the protecting goalkeepers, it's a bit of a joke.
Horrendous.
Back in the day, the way Bolton got relegated from the Prem, the goalie got thrown into the goal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you probably got happy about that moment, but if VAR was there nowadays, they would have ruled that out.
No, you'd have stayed up.
Exactly. Little things like that. So I'm going to go, I think City is still in control. They play good football. 4-1.
Now both teams are stumbling. Manchester City have dropped 4 points in 2 games. Spurs have lost the last 3. It's all gone a little bit Spursy over there. Man City are going to score goals here. It's going to be a 3-1 win to City.
Right, well, that is all the games, Rio. It's an absolute pleasure.
Lovely to see you, man.
Mate, great to see you. And you've got a really good YouTube channel called Five.
Thank
and
you,
I hope
yeah.
everybody goes over and subscribes. It's
Yeah,
the
man.
first link in the description.
Please do that, man.
You're doing well.
I want to see you there. We've got loads of shows on there. Come on, man.
It's going to put a smile on Rio's
Are
face.
you going to come and on our show one day? You've got
I'd
come on
love
our
to.
show.
Give me the call up.
Maybe we should do like a little, go to a game together, vlog.
That is a shout.
That'd be sick, innit?
That would be sick. All right, cool. Love it. Rio, pleasure.
Top man.
Good luck for the rest of the day. Take care, mate.